How's it going, YouTube? Got 4StarTCG here, and today I have another PSA submission. Man, these are coming fast and quick now, but I was lucky enough to secure another $50 per card, 5-card allocation from PSA's lottery system. I've been doing these. I think this is probably the last one I'm going to do. I don't really think I have any other cards after this that I'm really itching to grade before value opens up. But I do have some pretty cool and special cards that I wanted to get off at the $50 per card tier. So I have another 5 cards to submit to PSA, and without any further ado, let's get into it. The first card that I am submitting, this beautiful quick starter gift set Articuno. This is an old back Japanese card. This is a rarity for my collecting. I just saw these sort of pop up on a Japanese marketplace this summer, or this past summer, and I really loved it. The prices were pretty solid and the cards looked pretty clean. So I bought the Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos. The Articuno is the best. They're all kind of like mint condition, 8 to 10. But I thought the Articuno was the best, and the Articuno is the most expensive, I believe, in a 10. So this card I think is a 10 candidate. The back is super clean on this. I can't really see anything wrong with it. The hollow is really clean. The only thing that might be off on it is a little off center. As you can see, it's kind of like tilted a little. The top border, especially at the border, the left border is larger than the right border, especially at the top. You can kind of see that. But beyond that, this card is really, really clean. And, you know, if it comes back a 10, that's certainly above $500, which fits in with the PSA value tier. So what I do with these submissions is I try not to overpay for grading. So if a card is going to fit within the value tier at the grade that I think it's going to come back at, I submit it at that tier. If not, I hold off on it. And I'm a little pessimistic on stuff in terms of grades. If this comes back a 9, it wouldn't be worth paying $50 a card to grade. But I am kind of hoping that this comes back a 10 and thinking it might do so. Plus, I love this card, and I would hope to have it back relatively quickly. Overpaying a little bit for cards, I mentioned this in my collecting strategies video. Totally fine if you're just doing it on a couple cards and you want them back fast. So, really excited about this Articuno. If I were going to pre-grade it, I would give it the Gem Mint 10 grade. But if it did come back a 9, I would understand that. I wouldn't be, you know, furious about it. I can see some of maybe the centering issues there, which could knock this card down. But 4StarTCG pre-grade Gem Mint 10 on this. Next up, I have a couple cards which probably do not fit within the $50 tier, but I am tired of waiting on them. And I think perhaps in the future they might fit within the $50 tier. But I am really excited to send these off. I have a couple black and white ultra rares. So I've been purchasing these cards for a while. I sent off a lot of them in my last PSA submission, been buying more of them, and I have a couple which are in really good condition that I'm like really confident are going to score 10s. So I wanted to get them off now and hopefully start building this part of my collection before I have to wait an absurd amount of time for value. So the first one I have is this Zoroark. You can kind of see the texture through the card saver there. We got the textured outline of the dark type, and then Zoroark as well has a beautiful texture. Yeah, this is just a fantastic card. Really, you know, showing it off, you know, like that doesn't really bring that much out, but when you tilt it in the light, same with all these black, white, ultra rares, it comes to life. This is one of the more expensive black, white, ultra rares. You know, you've kind of got your tier 1 with like Charizard, Blastoise, or Rayquaza. This is like tier 1A. I think most of these cards in mint condition are going for about $150 to $200. And yeah, I just saw one a couple days ago on Yahoo Auctions with like not very good pictures, looked pretty mint. It went for like 150. So I think this card is quite the good candidate for PSA grading. And as we can see on the back, there is basically nothing wrong with this card. Some scratches on the card saver, obviously, but yeah, top border clean, corners clean, edges clean. Really cannot see anything wrong with this card at all. So again, 4-star TCG pre-grade on this, going to be Gem Mint 10. Really hoping for that 10 grade. All right, another black-white ultra rare, another awesome one, Altaria. I submitted an Altaria to CGC. It was a little lower quality. I think came back a 7.5. But this Altaria, again, submitting it with the hopes of getting a Gem Mint 10. The centering is really good on this card. I looked it over quite a bit. The back is really clean. I really can't see anything wrong with this card at all. So another 4-star TCG Gem Mint 10 pre-grade. Would really hope that this comes back with the PSA 10 grade. I do have a couple other gradable copies of this card in the 9 to 10 range. This is my best quality copy that I'm sending off because I am pretty confident that it's going to get the 10. I probably wouldn't pay $50 a card if I was iffy on whether this would get a 10. But you know, I can miss things. It happens all the time. Hopefully I'm not missing things here with these cards, but hopeful that, that everything comes back as expected. Next up, another amazing ultra rare, this Garchomp from Thunder Knuckle, I believe. Yeah, and the sort of same story with this. It is a beautiful card I paid a lot of money for, and I'm really hoping that it comes back with that Gem Mint 10 grade. Centering is a tiny bit off, but we're not sending to CGC, so hopefully this centering will not knock it down. And again, we're talking really clean, not much wrong on this card at all. So really hoping for the Gem Mint 10. And the final card in this submission, as I said in the last one, what would a expensive PSA submission be without a Charizard? I have the CP6 Full Art Charizard EX Japanese. In English, this is a very common card. In Japanese, it is very rare. I actually got this in trade with my good friend QWA Chansey. I'm not sure exactly how you're supposed to pronounce it. Yeah, so I got this in trade with him over the summer. I traded him a bunch of binder copies of Japanese full arts and ultra rares, and got this Charizard EX in return. This is a really clean card, and I'm really hoping that this comes back with the Gem Mint 10 as well. Yeah. This is, the only thing I can see is like there's a little kind of printing imperfection on this bottom edge here. So if it came back a 9 because of that, like that's kind of like a factory issue. I could see that, you know, I wouldn't be shocked if this came back a 9 because of that. But I still think this is going to score the Gem Mint 10 grade. And I'm really excited. This is a beautiful, beautiful card, beautiful artwork, and becoming more expensive by the day. CP6 is very, very rare. I don't think people realize exactly how difficult it is to come by mint condition CP6 stuff these days. So this is really exciting. So we got a beautiful 5-card PSA submission here. and I am really excited to get this off. So thank you all very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stick around for more videos.